Hello, soul family. So, I'm feeling really good right now, and I wasn't planning on doing this today, but I just kept feeling this need to, you know, share this and do this. So, here I am. Guys, it's time to reclaim your power. It's time to reclaim your strength, your birthright. As someone who comes into this earth and is capable of doing anything and everything that they've ever wanted to do. I don't think I've done any videos like this prior to this one, but this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be my way of motivating anybody out there that needs some motivation and needs somebody, to tell them to prop themselves up because they deserve it. It's your birthright, guys, ladies, gents. This is your birthright. You were all born to greatness. Life is the greatest gift that anyone could ever have. And before before anybody comes out swinging at me and say, I didn't sign up for this shit, you're wrong. I'm sorry, but I'm here to tell you you're wrong. You did. You may not remember, but you did. And that's why you're here. You are here. You are here to live. You're here to feel all the good shit and all the bad shit that comes along the way. Just enjoy the ride. It's great. There may be times where you don't find it to be fun at all. But there's gonna come a day in time that if you do some of the things that I talked about, to yourself, and you understand how beautiful it is to be alive, to allow this part of you that you were born with to reconnect with yourself and let it guide you on your journey. Reopen your intuition so you know exactly what are you supposed to do, when are you supposed to do it. I can't express the feeling that it comes with something like this. It's just, it, you will know, because it may feel so out of the ordinary for some that you may question yourself, wow, why, why, why am I feeling like this all of a sudden? Well, I mean, it's not all of a sudden, obviously. You gotta, there's a lot of things you have to do before you can actually get to that point, you know? But it's not that hard. You just have to allow yourself to retake control of your own life. Because, you see, you're the only person in that driver's seat. There is no one else there. You have absolutely no idea. I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. The power that you hold within you. I have a feeling that there might be some of you that actually do know. Because otherwise you probably wouldn't be here. You know all the crap you had to endure. You know all the stuff you had to go through. And you're still standing. You're still alive. Why do you think that is? It's because you have a purpose. Maybe you haven't figured it out yet. But believe me, you have a purpose. We all have a purpose. And whatever that purpose is, it's great. Once you figure it out. And then devote everything that you have. And then some. To what that may be. Because your life is going to change in an extraordinary way. You can't even begin to grasp the beauty, the freedom, the love, the joy, the happiness, everything that comes with it. Everything. It's good. Let me tell you, it's really good. This work that we have to do sometimes, we just, it's one of those things, we know we have to do something, but we just, you know, we just don't do it. Whether it is fear, doubt, self-pity, and every other low vibration, emotion and energy under the sun. That keeps you, keeps dragging you down. But those shadows that we all carry within ourselves. They are an integral part of ourselves. And there's going to come a time in everybody's lives where we're going to be thinking that part of us for doing its job so well done that allows us, to transcend it all and finally realize who we truly are and what we're all about. It's like this synergetic, sort of like codependency. In a healthy way, though. In a healthy way. Because the universe, the universe, there is no where there is light, there's always going to be its counterpart. Look at the way the earth works. We have daytime and nighttime. Because you couldn't have just one of them perpetually. That would be bad. Because then there is no balance. So this darker part of ourselves, these shadows, ego, whatever you name it, whatever you call it, whatever flavor suits you, it's all the same. Terminology is irrelevant when it comes down to that. What matters is this exists so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So you can see that which is yours has always been there all along. We are born with everything at our disposal. Every single person on this earth was born for greatness. Period. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But the thing that people fail to understand is that before we come here, we agreed to a lot of things. We make all these deals. And when I'm talking we, I'm talking about this, higher divine part of ourselves that knows exactly what we need in order for us to evolve and grow and become even more divine, bright, even, have like this shine that's even higher than it was before. Have this love that becomes even bigger than it was before. All of these things. We do not become better if we don't go through all the crap. It's just reality, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it is. It's the universe does not bend its rules for us. It just is. It has these cycles that we have to go through, and based on whatever cycle we choose to come down here, you know, um, things are gonna be easier or harder. It's just the way the universe works. It's kind of like, think of it in like the way that you know the Indians, and I'm not talking about Native American tribes of people like that. I'm talking about people from India, um, India itself, the country. Think of it of the yuga cycles. That's exactly what I'm talking about. In some of the cycles, it's gonna be so much easier because it may be a cycle that's more aligned with the divinity, the good, the positive aspect of things, you know. And then there's gonna be those cycles that they're gonna be rough. they're, they're gonna be rough, you know. And we're still like in a cycle like that, which is what they call the Kali Yuga. Um, but that cycle it's we're on the very tail end of it right now. So as that cycle is ending, there's still gonna be a lot of turmoil and you know challenges ahead of us. And when I'm talking about these things, I am speaking in terms of everybody here, the entire population of the planet. Because you see, we are all connected. Always, at all times. And do you want to know how you can prove that very easily? If you're someone who's somewhat spiritually, aware at this point in your life, I'm not even going to use the term awake because it's I don't like the way that sounds very much. I think spiritually aware has a better sound to me. But use whatever you want, you know. I just think that when you use the word awake, it has a much deeper meaning, and I think there aren't a whole lot of people out there currently, except for a hand, you know, except for a few really. Like, there's not a whole lot of people out there right now that are like spiritually awake. What I would consider spiritually awake are, ascended masters and, people like that who, they are godlike beings. They can do anything. That's what spiritually awake really means. We are in the process of spiritual awareness, which is, it's similar, but it's slightly different in the sense that we're still learning, baby steps here and there, but we're making progress, good progress. And what I was saying is, what we the way we can prove how we're all connected is look at all the synchronicities happening around you right now. Pay attention. The numbers that you see. the videos that come up on your feed of people talking almost exactly the same way you're talking about certain things, and you've never seen this person before in your life, you've never came across their content before, and here they are talking exactly almost like you are, but in their own way, with their own words. That's transformative, folks. When I see that kind of stuff out there from so many different people, it's overjoying. That's the word. I am overjoyed. It's beautiful. It's the greatest thing. There is greatness in every single one of us. And we, those of us that understand how these things work, we gotta play our roles to the best of our abilities, because we are making a difference, guys. And the more we work, the more we put our energy and effort into it, things are changing very rapidly. When we're in our hermit mode, you know, fiddling with our solitude sometimes, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna make a whole video on that soon, maybe the next one, so stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a good one. I might have to make 2 parts because there's a lot to talk about, but we're making progress, and not small progress anymore. We're making some leaps here. It may not happen, every day, but trust me, it's happening. Sometimes it feels, almost tangible. And that's great. So, whatever it is that you're doing, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Don't let anything stop you at this point anymore. Because we're all unstoppable, unbreakable, unshakable. We have the power. We have the strength. That's who we are. That's what we were made for. And with that, I bid you farewell for today. With all my heart and soul, I love you all. Until the next one.